Let me start off by explaining how I got this thing. You know those clothing drop-off boxes in grocery store parking lots? Yeah, I'm the person that collects and sorts them. You'd be surprised how much trash people throw into those things. It's sickening. I found half-eaten food, even dirty diapers, and it wasn't me personally, but there's a story the older workers always tell about abandoned puppies. So yesterday, I was going through a backpack, and what happens more often than you'd suspect is they have a lot of really cool stuff in them. Call me a piece of crap, but finding a bag is our form of a bonus. The clothes get donated to the needy, and the Nintendo DSs and Yu-Gi-Oh cards go to me. Sadly, this bag wasn't a winner. Just some random stuff in a notebook. A notebook usually wouldn't pique my interest, but the boss has really been cracking down on cell phone usage, so I thought, why not? It was pretty cringe at first. Just a guy rambling about his day. Just regular diary stuff. Skimmed through a lot of it because his handwriting wasn't too great either. And the first thing I noticed, though, was he does follow a very meticulous outline. At least according to his writing, including watching for this one girl at his bus stop. The writing changes pretty drastically when he describes her pretty much every day. What she wears, if she's carrying food or coffee, everything you could think of to describe her. He makes sure to explain if her hair is in a bun and whether it's curled or straightened. It's creepy, to say the least, but kind of fascinating. I thought, probably just some sad sack that can't get a girl anywhere, so he uses her to, take care of himself. But then I got deeper. This guy is kind of deranged. Like, serial stalker vibes. He started off like your average creep, but that was at the beginning of the notebook, around October 2022. By the time I got to December, it had gotten worse. He had found out her name was Melissa from mustering up the courage to grab one of her Starbucks cups out of a trash can. Anytime she throws anything away, he'll try to grab it. He's even talked about missing his bus just to go get it before. I guess she works at an office across the street from his bus stop. I took a break from reading it after that till earlier today because this guy writes literally every day. He's filling the notebook full of the most uninteresting stuff. I should have brought it home last night though because I laid in bed all night with a nagging feeling. Anyway, so I get to work and screw all with actually doing my job. I post up at my desk and get back to reading. January is pretty much the same, no significant changes, but by February, he's escalated to a full-on stalker. He's not even there for the bus anymore. It's just for her. He's waiting till she gets off her shift and trailing her. The first night he did it, she went to a bar right after work. He waited outside for a few minutes hoping she would return and then went home. The next night he got lucky though. I guess she lives close enough where she doesn't drive because he followed her all the way home. He has some basic directions, but I won't share those here. After that, he started to follow her at least twice a week. She almost caught him once, he thinks, but according to him, he played it too smooth. He didn't follow her home for the next week after that. I think that might have actually scared him, but the next week, he mustered the courage right back up. His writings were the darkest during that week of abstinence. He compared it to that of Jesus' trial in the desert. He also mentioned that it coincidentally fell right at the start of Lent. In some of the more boring parts of his journal, he does talk about going to Sunday Mass, so I guess he's religious. Once I got to March, I knew there couldn't be much left because, we're in March. During the first week, he escalated again. He's waiting outside of her house now, hoping to catch a glimpse of her through the windows that don't even seem to be open. He counts 2 cars in the driveway, but whoever the other driver is, he likes to tell himself it's a male roommate. Doesn't get home till about 11 each night, so for 3 hours, he sits outside her house and waits. I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but this is always on weekdays since she doesn't work on the weekends. He hasn't ever gone to her house on the weekends, at least according to the diary. I only had a few pages left when work was over, so I decided it was best to bring it home and finish it tonight. On March 11th, he started talking crazy. I guess as crazy as you can get when you were a full-fledged stalker. He always wanted her, but in the back of his mind, In the entries, he always seemed to understand that wasn't an option. He fantasized about maybe bumping into her one day at the coffee shop or on her way home from work, or how he would sweep her off her feet with his charm. It always seemed like he knew it was a pipe dream. It always seemed like he knew that was a pipe dream, though in the back of his mind. This was different entirely. I don't want to use the word abduction or essay, but I don't know how else to describe what his fantasies have become. He always wrote about having dreams of being intimate with her, but it was always consensual. What I'm reading now is far from that. He's angry. He doesn't want to wait any longer for her to fall in love with him. He's given her so many opportunities to notice him, but she's too much of a jerk. He just knows that she is cheating on him with the guy in the truck, and if she isn't willing to love him for him, he will take what is owed. He has spent way too much time and energy on her just for her to mess it all up. The last entry is Wednesday, March 15th. He's been listing all the ways he could do it. Chloroform, roofies, brute force. He says he likes that last one. He talks about how easy it would be to just choke her since she's petite, and that it might even turn her on. He knows there's no way the guy in the truck could compete with him. And then it just ends. And I don't know what I just read. Why would this backpack with a notebook that is this important to this guy get donated? He wouldn't go through with it, would he? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Should I take it to law enforcement? They'll probably think it's some kind of joke. Even if they did take it seriously, from what I've heard, stalking really isn't high on their priority list until it's too late. Should I try to give this to the girl? Or would that scare her even more? Maybe this freak really is just living out his fantasies through this diary, and there's nothing to worry about. I sure don't want to confront him directly. For all I know, he could be twice my size. So that's why I'm here. What should I do? Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Renee, but everyone also calls me Giggles. Thank you so much for watching my videos. It really helps a lot. I would also appreciate if you guys liked and subscribed, and also hit the notification bell and left comments, all that jazz that you hear from other channels. Anyways, I have to give a big, fantastic thank you shout out to all the people who are currently subscribed to my Patreon. And those fantastic people are Mr. Sankofa, Michael Milburn, Melissa Perez, Geek Sanctuary, Lawrence Wallen, Andrea Zanderson London, Eric Cifuentes, Jesse Hartley, and Icy Narrates. Thank you so much for supporting, and I hope to see you all in the next video.